stick with me for a bit and strength would come by itself. Intelligent. Someone's out to change the status quo in the sect. And this guy is his right hand, stirring up chaos in the labor office. It's like challenging those old men in the inner sect and taking food from their mouths. He's going to change the hierarchy of the sect. Great. I know your plan and I'll join. It's high time for the demon scheming sect to change. You have to prove yourself to me first. Such a smart guy. Before I do, answer me this. Will you take me with you once I come out of it? I will, but I must warn you, there's a killing array inside. Having been locked up for 3 years, your strength must have waned. For your sake, choose the profound door. We can die in there. Live as geniuses or die as heroes. I'd rather die than not live my life to the fullest. The kid has a nice personality and will achieve great things. Those oldies trash is another man's gold. But let's wait after he comes out alive and not jump the gun. Who the hell is so suicidal to take on the hardest door? It's Gue Hu. Gue who broke into the heaven door. Gue Hu. Ha ha ha, he is Grand Elder's disciple, of great talent and immense ability. Now that he's in the labor office, he's on our side. He is bold and capable. I'd train him even without you needing to point it out. Though I can't say if he'll stick with me or go back to Grand Elder in the end. Anyway, all of this is for Double Dragon Gathering. He's out. Why is he injured so badly? Master, didn't we come out of that 7th grade array? This array is only 6th grade. How hard can it be? Those arrays you used were designed for your cultivation. 7th grade but far weaker. While the Earth door has trapping, killing, and bewildering arrays blending together to achieve a multiplicative effect. You're welcome to try the heaven door if you don't believe me. I promise you there'll be nothing left of you. I'd rather not. It's tying. Just what's in there to make a 7th layer of Radiant Stage expert so wretched? This array is too dangerous. There's no way to survive. I'm not going. Congratulations on your success. Here's your reward. Gue Hu has passed the heaven door and received a 7th grade demonic treasure and 4 7th grade pills. Tying passed the earth door and received a 6th grade demonic treasure and 3 6th grade pills. Oh, forgot to mention. Besides entering the elite labor office and enjoying my many resources, you also get a reward. TH grade demonic treasure and 4 7th grade pills for the heaven door. 6th grade demonic treasure and 3 6th grade pills for the earth door. A 5th grade demonic treasure and 2 5th grade pills for the profound door. A 4th grade demonic treasure and 1 4th grade pill for the yellow door. There are few turning points in one's life. Whether you grasp it and soar, become a dragon among ants, it will all be up to you too. Here. I know your words were just to entice them. Now that they believe it, here, take it back. They were to entice them, yes, but were also real. This is your reward for clearing the heaven door. Keep it if you want to be an elite laborer. You deserve it. But it's too valuable. Are you really going to give it to me? How so? It's only a small reward. I am no poor fellow. Master is well off. If you don't want it, he'll just give it to someone else. What? I told you. Upon joining the elite labor office, you will receive plenty of resources, all from me. Now then, you two, Tying in particular, you don't have to worry about the sect's political struggles while you are in the labor office. We do not rely on the sect, only on me. He wants to make his own faction hidden from the sect's eyes. Don't all disciples come to sects for resources? Why stick to the sect when he's the one giving them out? Brother Joie, what might we call you? I've been the steward of my clan before this, and now I'm the steward of the labor office's elites. So just call me Steward Joie. Yes, Steward Joie. At least a fifth of them would have died in these doors. Not that anyone cared when they all looked after themselves first and foremost. While you rushed in, some disciples left. Aware of their limitations and frail hearts. Their future will forever be average, or some might return here never to come out, who knows. Some people break in but never come out. That's because they overestimate their capabilities. But to you, congratulations. You are now elite laborers and will receive everything you need from me. Steward Joie. Steward Joie. Steward Joie. Steward Joie. Steward Joie. Steward Joie. Most of you entered the yellow gate, with a rare few taking the profound one. Just how the doors are different, so are the rewards. If you want another door's treasure, then do your best and cultivate. Take on the next door, and I will give you the same reward your neighbor got. It's insane. They've all gone crazy. Second Elder, what has gotten you so testy? Venerable Sure, those hussies of mine have asked me to let them go to the labor office. You tell me if it warrants anger or not. Labor office. They've all gone mental. Seventh Elder, what happened to you? What else? It's that damn labor office. Your disciples came crying to send them to labor office as well. Come crying. That would have been way better. Those brats are demanding it. Of course I refused, then they stole my pills and ruined my home. They were doing all kinds of crimes, one bigger than the last. Now I have locked them up, to reflect. Ugh, I'm outraged. What on earth happened? Venerable Sure, you still don't know. Labor office has an aberration, throwing out pills and treasures like garbage and even establishing some elite labor office. As long as a laborer passes his tests, they'll get treasures and pills, resources even. They get more stuff than even an elite. The news has made the disciples lose their minds, all coming up with strange plans to get punished and be sent to labor office. This fight is harsher than even in the inner sect competition. Labor office again. Sect leader has played his hand, I see, and he played it big. Sect leader. You two, convene with the elders and venerables. Let's see just how far is sect leader going to take it. Who called for this meeting? Sect leader. Who called for this meeting? The copper bell can only be rung in times of great crisis, unless the sect leader does it himself. Have you forgotten, or is the sect in grave peril? Sect leader, I have rung it. There's an urgent matter in need of your attention. And what might that be? A siege. Inner chaos is more pressing. The unity of our people will brave any dangers. Demon scheming sect will survive. Which makes this inner trouble a pressing matter. We have to settle it before it affects our safety. What could have happened to be so critical that it would lead to our destruction? Elders, venerables, how many disciples are exhibiting odd behavior? How many are talking about going to the labor office? I've lost half of my disciples and it won't be long before I have none left. You fool, just refuse. You're the fool. If I refused, who knows what they'd do, who they'd piss off. I used to scare them with labor office threats, but now they'd accept it on the spot. Yeah, my disciples are going crazy as well, shirking all responsibilities. What am I supposed to do? Labor office is the latest fashion all of a sudden. Everyone is dying to go there. MANHWA fan did such a good job. The blow that hurt the most is labor office being out of these old-timers' control. Give it a few more days and the inner sect will collapse. Sect leader, do you sleep in a state such as this? The environment is no longer suited to promote learning and nurturing. With the entire balance turned upside down, it will soon spread to the entire sect, until the sect is no more. What will you have me do then? Sect leader, remove that so-called elite labor office's false name and reorganize the labor office. Please sect leader, reorganize the sect. Uphold the rules. Ha. I will uphold the rules indeed. But with the labor office being the lowest rung of the demon scheming sect, it hasn't seen administration in ages, leaving it to run its course. And if a man of great talent were to come out of it, he would be just like High Venerable. It is the only hope for all those criminals, where a great merit will lift them above this wretched station. This is the sect's rule, our rule. Touching the labor office equals relinquishing all that we stand for and our ancestors. By the way, Venerable sure is right about one thing. Everyone aims for a higher standing. If you can't even get a hold of your disciples, have you ever thought that you're not high enough? See, sect leader has made his stance clear. It goes to show that he had a hand in it, all directed at us. Letting this devolve any further will leave us penniless. But the flood of resources coming from the labor office to train the disciples isn't stopping, as the sect's resources have to pass through us before being dispatched. How exactly did the sect leader fork out such a huge amount to strike back at us? It eludes me as well. But one thing remains unchanged, we can't let the labor office's attraction go on, as we don't know the full extent of those resources. No matter how we regulate the sect's resources, it won't affect the labor office. What worries me is that when we are left with no disciples, sect leader will use this as an excuse to take control of our rightful resources. Sect leader's drastic move is ingenious. Yes, sect leader did use a great move, but can't we do the same and beat him at his own game? Sect leader has put out this elite labor office as a bait, to draw our disciples in. But as long as we settle our own disciples, it loses its effect. And as the labor office's resource upkeep keeps rising, it will soon run out of fuel and no disciples will approach. It will ruin his plan for good. Let's see who lasts the longest. Ha. We'll just play the waiting game, and one day it'll run out. And then chaos will follow with him crying. How do we stop disciples from going to the labor office though? It might work for a short time, but not forever. Grand Elder is right. With so many disciples, how can we lock them up all? We set a precedent. If the disciples don't hear reason, we'll kill a couple, and they'll all fall in line. W.H. Watt. I know your fears and can easily deal with them. We just have to do it together so that there will be no difference between who the disciples choose. Is everyone willing to bear this stigma? That's right. With everyone else killing disciples as well, we'll all earn a bad name. Do you think I won't dare to punish you, you little brats? Your time has come. With all in agreement, it's decided. With everyone having the same reputation, an escape wouldn't exist. And any that fails to do it will earn the wrath of the entire inner sect. Venerable Chi, Venerable Bai. We may have had our differences, but we are up against a common enemy, sect leader. I hope you will join the fight for the greater good. If the inner sect collapses, so too will your interests. With all oldies of the inner sect of one mind, Xia Wuyue's plan has no chance. More than half of the sect's power is held by elders and venerables. Grand Elder, please wait. I heard you've cast out your prized disciple Hu into the labor office. Why? He violated the rules and therefore he was sent there. Ha ha ha, Grand Elder, do you not trust me? With Hu being your pride and glory, no matter how vile the act was, you'd still not send him there. Moreover, after a couple of days of you sending him there, the elite labor office appeared. Venerable Sure has made a thorough investigation. Fine, I'll tell you. When Hu lost to Zhuofan and that girl asked to return to the labor office, it raised my suspicions. So I sent Hu earlier as a spy. The sooner I know about what's going on, the easier it is to strike. Grand Elder's vision is so wide and selfless. Even sending your prized pupil as a spy. Ha ha ha, it's nothing. Others weren't suitable and I could only send Hu. It pains me even now to think about it. Then, Venerable Sure, I'll be going. Please. If you need anything in the future, just ask. Old Bai, what should we do? Are you really going to kill the disciples? Greetings, Master. Steward Zhua has paid a visit. Steward Zhou. Who's that? The steward of the elite labor office, Zhuofan, Steward Zhua. Steward Zhua, forgive me for not showing you in. Venerable Qi and Venerable Bai, I presume. I am but a laborer, how could I possibly have venerables show me such courtesy? Steward Zhua, no true ruler is without capable men. With Steward Zhua making the labor office a hot commodity, respect is more than deserved. Now that you're here on behalf of the sect leader, how dare we not treat you with courtesy? Since venerables have already guessed that I work for the sect leader. Then you must have also guessed the purpose of my visit. We understand sect leader's design, but not his actions. We are venerables, giving our all for the sect and not tangling with unnecessary squabbles. I mean, we are part of the inner sect and cannot follow the sect leader's request. The elder and venerable meeting had long since finished, yet everyone stayed behind even as the sect leader left. Did you perhaps come up with a secret plan? No comment. I can pretty much guess anyway. Uniting the entire inner sect in the face of this adversity. But did you ever wonder what you'd do afterwards? Kuei Lang, Yu Ling, your masters have asked for you. What can we do for you, master? Nothing much, they've been bored as of late. They wanted to know about your life over the past decade in the labor office. Master, we're done. We'll leave now. You don't feel it. Steward Zhua, you're too green, the path of demonic cultivators is wrought with pain and injustice. Labor office is just a phase in their long tempering. Did you think we'd be sad over our disciples' pain and loss? Was this what I had you feel? What I meant was, who was the catalyst to their bitterness? Who was it that laughed in their face? It matters not that they were ridiculed, but who did the ridiculing in the end? They were framed, but that's their own stupidity to blame. Yet the culprit did it with blatant disregard of their masters. They clearly don't care about you too. And why did you work so hard to have the two back under you? Wasn't it because you had no one else under you to use after they were sacked? Oh, the horror. Disciples are of little value, yes, but you two just laid there getting slapped and didn't even twitch. I, for one, take my hat off. Venerable Qi said just now that I am green, ha ha ha. True, I am still very much green. Many things I can't stand, even being called a bastard. That's enough. Zhuofan, I am showing respect to you out of kindness to the sect leader. Don't push it. Did I slap venerables' faces? That guy slapped you for decades and yet you still want to be his errand boys. While I haven't been in the sect for long and cared for your dear disciples, yet you want to make me the enemy while keeping him as your ally. Who's the excessive one here and who's despicable? Fan, enough of your taunts. All the elders and venerables of the inner sect are in this together. We rise and fall as one. Go back and tell the sect leader that we appreciate his kindness, but it's a pity that we have to let him down. Now don't be too hasty. Aren't you all fighting to get the same thing, resources? But did you ever wonder that once all this blows over, if they'll get the pie while you get the scraps? When the inner sect is finished, we won't even have the scraps. Since the inner sect has no scraps, you are welcome to join the labor office to revel in a juicy pie. Join the labor office. To be totally honest, the labor office is overcrowded and needs elders or venerables supervision. If sirs find it appropriate, you are welcome to the labor office to take over. In plain words, sect leader wants the elite labor office to become the new inner sect for raising elites. Even with how deep-rooted the inner sect is, it'll only be a matter of time before it's empty. Venerable Sure is in control of the inner sect. He gets the pie and you get the scraps. But by coming to the labor office now, you'll get the pie and he won't even get to touch the scraps. You do not have to stick with them. Come now and enjoy the most, or later and you get nothing. Sect leader wants a new inner sect. But the elite labor office is too fresh and who knows how long it'll last. The danger is high. Is this grade pill? The heaven-reaching pill, to be exact. Just a little token. If you still find it suspicious, you're welcome to get more people to join. For every elder or venerable coming to the labor office, I'll offer an 8th grade pill. grade. Yes, that's right. Since you'll be the mediators, you'll receive a bigger reward for your efforts. The rest will only get 8th grade. But you better work fast, the spots are limited. By working in tandem, sect leader and fan will spell the end of the inner sect as we know it. Sitting here any longer will make us cannon fodder. Switching sides is a much more sensible choice. We agree to join you, and will even rope in others worthy of trust. Perfect, with the inner sect rotten, I have just the place for you to leave your mark. Welcome aboard. Master, you're back. Master, where have you been for the past 3 days? We've been working hard here and you were goofing off. It's wandering off. You better remember that, brat. Steward Jua, you said you'll let me stay by your side. Could you take me with you the next time you go? Ha ha ha. I know what you mean, but this time was different. Besides getting the 2 venerables, I used the past few days to pay a visit to other known disciples Kuei Lang and Yu Ling pointed out. I didn't take Kuei Hu since he was Grand Elder's disciple. While he came to me to train for the Double Dragon Gathering, I would rather play it safe when it came to pulling the carpet from under the other party. Steward Jua, for the past few days, the line of inner and outer disciples has been thinning. What are you 4 standing around for? Get back to your stations. Young ones are too green in handling affairs. It's not that I don't trust them, but I fear they will be rash and expose your plan. I know, ha ha ha. Elder Yuan, I've been running around the inner sect these past few days and noticed that the old geezers are making a move to curb the disciples' new trend. They noticed our plan then. They have to get a grip on their disciples and no amount of effort on our part will change that. The sect's situation has always been up to the people's trend. Venerable Sure is too sharp to not notice it. Be that as it may, too bad the inner sect isn't so tough after all. The oldies are too much at odds with each other, even as they band together to weather the storm. All I need is to instigate them and a crack shall form and with a few promises, they'll turn faster than flipping a book. Venerable Qi and Bai will do the splitting for me, while with Kuei Lang and Yu Ling's help I've got some strong inner disciples on board. The favor I gave them is showing its worth. I am amazed how stewardship's every step is calculated and controlled, ha ha ha. Please, I had to waste 2 10th grade pills for those venerables. And that's just the start. For the other oldies I will have to give an 8th grade pill each, I'll be ruined at this rate. Are you running low? How much do you have left? Why do you care so much? You think I don't know that just after telling you that I can raise a sect, the next second MANHWA came telling me to do so. Think I'm stupid. Telling you about my wealth will make you do everything to make me spend it all. That means you have plenty to spare, ha ha ha. Great. The kid has no connection to the sect, even with his 2 disciples here. Stewardship, you've gone to such lengths and spent so much for the sect, and having received nothing in return must have put you in a bad mood. Then let me tell you a secret rumor that might be of little help. The rumor comes from the Western lands, and only the higher-ups of the sects are privy to it. I only got to hear about it by playing lackey to an alchemist. It is about the secret of the dragon vein soul. Dragon vein soul. You mean dragons that 9 diamond body? That's just a waste of dragon soul's power. What do you mean? With the 9 dragon souls in one's body, anyone who can withstand their torture while under ethereal stage will achieve the 9 dragons diamond body and enter the ethereal stage on the spot. But this path is a waste because his soul would become that of an earth dragon soul. When meeting another ethereal stage expert, your body may be tough, but your soul will be weaker. The better way of using dragon souls is the 10 dragon soul convergence. Conjoining heaven and earth, activating the heaven vein and drawing the 9 heaven dragons' powers into yourself to form the heaven dragon soul. It is beyond anything the earth dragon soul can achieve. This soul's natural aura can quell another's soul and make battles far easier. Rumor has it that the earth dragon soul is a top soul, but lacks in both attack styles, and one could only skip 2 layers, while the heaven dragon soul can skip 5. 10 earth dragon souls lead to heavenly dragon soul. Never heard of it. What? Not even the 9 serenities sovereign knew. There's a story that seems to be related about the true dragon soul. Sacred Domain's dragon race had the dragon tomb where its generations were buried and the dragon power ran strong. By using it to refine the soul, the strongest dragon soul would take shape. But that place was the dragon race's restricted area, under tight guard. Going there as anything but an ethereal stage was a death wish. But from Elder Yuan's words, this heaven dragon soul sounds like a soul formed by refinement of the dragon tomb's dragon power. The 10 dragons open the heavens and provide one with the timing to enter the ethereal stage. Though lacking in the 9 dragons' diamond body's toughness, it matters not when soul is all that counts in the ethereal stage. In the Western lands we are in, only double dragon sects Exalted Double Dragon managed to achieve the heaven dragon soul. Exalted Double Dragon. It sounds like it's connected to the Double Dragon Gathering. The Double Dragon Gathering is something Double Dragon Manor set up. You'll know of its importance in due time. Exalted Double Dragon is the leader of Double Dragon Manor. Be it the 9 dragons' diamond body, or 10 dragons opening the heavens, they all came from them. It is the source of the highest martial arts in Western lands. Calling them the top of Western lands isn't without reason. What about Dan Qingshan then? Wasn't he the best in Western lands? Ha ha ha, Dan Qingshan. He's their only disciple. Dan Qingshan came from Double Dragon Manor. Those 2 were visionaries that never took disciples. Even to other worldly talents, all they did was guide them. The only exception being Dan Qingshan, the genius seen once every 10 millennia, to whom they both poured their heart and soul into teaching. He exceeded his masters and became the best in Western lands. But because of a falling out which threw Western lands in chaos, Dan Qingshan left without a word. That's why the best in Western lands is Exalted Double Dragon. Exalted Double Dragon might not even want this title. Having lost such an amazing disciple, they might never meet again. Few are those that can see the diamond in the rough. While a true eye for talent might not even find the most dazzling gem of them all. Steward Zhua, by seeing the Earth Dragon soul on you last time I surmised you'd want to attain the 10 dragons opening the heavens. The dangers are great and even your soul might be at risk of annihilation from the dragon power, but with your talent, you can give it a try. It's lucky that you're in the profound heaven stage and will take some time to reach ethereal stage. Just gather the 10 dragon souls. I got 9. Why you have 9 Earth Dragon souls? All tucked away in my body. Now all I have to do is get the 10th and see if the 10 dragons opening the heavens is worth it. You have 9 dragon souls inside you yet you still have not refined them. Don't you fear being devoured? By who, those cowardly reptiles? This is what I used to crush them. What is this azure flame to quell the deadly Earth Dragon soul? He's using his body as a cage to hold the 9 dragon souls. I got them back in Tianyu, from someone training in 9 Dragons' diamond body. I was considering using the 9 Dragons' diamond body to enter the ethereal stage but abandoned the thought as it made my cultivation unstable. Now that I've heard of the 10 dragons opening the heavens, I can only rejoice at my right decision to wait it out. Even if the cage is strong, by the 9 dragon souls continuously attacking, it will collapse sooner or later. Zhua Fan, however, completely suppressed these 9 dragon souls and tied up their fangs and claws. It's really hard to imagine that someone would actually store 9 dragon souls in his body. Steward Zhua, your farsightedness is beyond anything I know. I would have long since entered the ethereal stage if I were you. Thank you. Half a month later. Damn it. Venerable Qi, Venerable Bai, damn them all. They threw us all away and went to that damn labor office in public. The inner sect's rise and fall depends on all of us. The two might hate us. But they aren't so stupid to not see the bigger picture. Why then? Those that have changed sides in public are all tied to those wretched venerables. While Kuei Lang, Yu Ling, and a few other known disciples organized in secret and waited for the right chance to explode into action. They played us. What's the use of stating the obvious now? I only want to know who put them up to this. It's been so long under wraps that it had to be premeditated, but sect leader's character is known to be watched within the sect. No one wants to play with the bull and get the horns. He always does things with an iron fist and forgoes subtleties. Who is responsible for setting them on this path? Find him out. Venerable Sure, I have been listening. Sect leader isn't the one who got them to act. It was Zhua Fan, the one everyone calls Steward Zhua, the founder of the elite labor office. Again. Zhua Fan. The same one who interfered with the inner sect competition. Yes, that's him. They say he is incredible, a power unlike any profound heaven cultivator should have. We've caught a glimpse of it in that ring. But what is even more frightening is his calculative mind, his insidious plots, paling even sect leaders. While sect leader uses force, he employs a softer touch. The carrot and the stick. How is it that you know so much about what they talked about? I went to visit an elder that switched to the labor office to find more information only to be cursed and berated. Saying something about taking his female disciple a decade ago and that I even flaunted it in his face. That we are now enemies. He also has a vile temper and in his rant he revealed how the kid antagonized him against us with a few honeyed words. I then realized that the kid not only uncovered past grudges but also gave them an 8th grade pill. I reckon that was what sealed the deal. An 8th grade pill. Why didn't he come to me as well? I'd come willingly. Why would he come to you when he was after those unreconciled people? He'll never trust you knowing you stuff your pockets by emptying mine. We are the true winners in the inner sect. It is our turf. Or would you rather be without a home and at another's mercy? Zhua Fan, a mere laborer of exceptional skill. I have no choice but to meet you myself. Make sure you know your limits before stepping into the heaven door. Even I had a high risk of dying. Senior Brother Guehu, don't try to scare me and just tell me how dangerous it is. Since my son cleared a 7th grade array, I can do it too. I'm not so stupid to fall for your threats. It's up to you. Don't do it, Dad. You'll die. Even Senior Brother Guehu had to pay a heavy price. You mean he was serious? Is this 7th grade array that deadly? Master has set it up specifically to test elites. It's unlike the one I trained in. Son, is this safe? This one's easier. Senior Brother Taiying cleared it at the peak profound heaven stage. If I can't get a 7th grade demonic treasure, I guess 6th grade is better than nothing. Son, this one isn't easy either, I see. This is why every disciple rushed to Steward's elite labor office like crazed shoppers. I'd brave offending my own master too if I could get in here, but I'm not a disciple anymore. All that matters in the end is personal strength. No matter where you can raise it, even in the labor office, that is the best place to be. Venerable Bai is right. Elders, venerables, the elite labor office isn't the inner sect. It's not based on competition but trials. Each one of you is free to guide your disciples, but the result may not necessarily be in their favor. In these trials, strength isn't the definitive answer for overcoming them. That's good. Now there will be no need to play tricks for those little resources. It will be the best thing for the disciples' cultivation. The elite labor office uses trials so the disciples do not resort to petty tricks. The 4 trials are fair. But as people are lazy by nature, few hardly consider themselves the opponent, driving to better themselves. That's why the inner sect adopted competition as a solution to raise tough disciples. While the labor office uses trials yet still manages to instill excitement into them for cultivation with its large reward as a lure. But to put it in effect, a huge amount of resources are needed. Steward Zhua, I don't know where you got so many resources to implement this plan, but it can't go on forever. When the resources dry up, won't we return to the same situation as in the inner sect? Venerable Bai has a good head on his shoulders. But, so what? I'm not stupid. Do I have to pay for this sect for the rest of my life? People, it is not for you to worry about, but the sect leader. That being said, even if it gets to that, you won't lose anything, but win all the same. Aren't you the first to join us? Yeah, so what if it does become the inner sect? We're the bosses here, we will get the biggest slice. Steward Zhua is wise beyond his years. Sect leader chose the perfect candidate for this job. Now I see why Xia Wuyue said the sect is rotten, and from the way I see it, the rot runs deep. Thank you. If this ever happened in the Luo clan, he'd be dealing death left and right. Grand Elder, why are you here? Master. Steward Zhua, I presume. Nice to meet you. I am the Grand Elder of the Demon Scheming Sect wishing to discuss something with you. May we go to a more private place? Steward Zhua, this old-timer must be up to something. Don't go. I'm the sect leader's man. Since they've approached me in the open, they won't do anything to me. It's fine. I am but a laborer and flattered that Grand Elder would bother himself to invite me in person. We may go. The young are bold. Sect leader entrusted his plan to you for the right reasons. Let's go. Venerable ship, why could you have asked me to? Stop it. You're just Xia Wuyue's pawn, an expendable cannon fodder. Why do you insist on getting on every venerable and elder's bad side? It will only work against you for your future stay in the sect. Am I supposed to offend sect leader instead? My end will come even faster. Humph, the ignorance of youth. You think Siewuyue can help you? Wrong, he's only letting you take the fall. By establishing an elite labor office, you've made an enemy out of every elder and venerable. While Siewuyue would use you to take all our power. He'll still need us to manage the sect. How do you think he'll appease our anger? He'll throw you to the wolves, a truly tragic fate. But at least so far, I'm safe. Really? Not now anymore. Aren't you afraid, kid? Ha ha ha, that's my line. I'm not just any laborer you can touch. Make your move, see what sect leader has to say about it. Who'd he pick, I wonder? The pawn you keep droning about, or some oldies? You didn't think this through, did you? So that's why Siewuyue entrusted everything to you. You don't lack a spine. In any case, remember my words. Sooner or later you will leave his protection. Thanks for the tip, I'll be sure to treasure it. If that is all, I'll be going now. He sure is something, just a profound heaven stage in cultivation. And yet could hold his own under your soul pressure. His own soul must be tough, tougher than a peak radiant stage. He is a talent of exceptional quality, and that's not the worst of it. He actually managed to make me feel fear, even if for an instant, from his ineffable calm. His gall is impressive, but unlike others who bluster with misplaced confidence or are rash, his calm comes from complete control of the situation. This tells me that he isn't just a pawn, but the true mastermind. Indeed, he got us where it hurts the most and knew we won't touch him at such a critical time. That is why he came behind enemy lines so carefree. He is of the leading stock, and may even be the next sect leader. Another Siewuyue. No, even more dangerous in fact. So, what do we do next? Force won't help us here. With all of us elders and venerables in the inner sect having the same interests, nobody can use force, especially now with so many disciples turning on us. By my reckoning, there will only be more people going to the labor office in the days to come. Our grip on them has slipped. However, since we can't touch him, I'm sure we can find someone who can. Since they used disciples to destroy us, we'll pay them back with the same coin. Steward Zhua, is everything all right? I was about to take the rest and make them answer for detaining you. They aren't fools. Fighting is the worst option for them. That's good. By the way, Steward Zhua, someone wants to meet you. Venerables, Steward Zhua has come. Zhua fan, we meet at last. Genius, join our elite area. Wait, hold up, who are you? Steward Zhua, they are elite instructor venerables, Fiend Yang, Fiend Yin, and Fiend Gue. They go by the name Three Fiends of Hell. Along with sect leader back in the day, they went by Four Fiends of Hell, geniuses who survived the double dragon gathering. A real man does not boast, venerable by. Don't do that. What's so great about coming back alive? Is that something to take pride in? Venerable sirs, to what do I owe this honored visit? Zhua fan, you've done a great job with the elite labor office. Sect leader is so proud that he had us come here to tell you that besides the set of demonic treasures you owe him, you are to make 3 more for each of us. What? Venerable sirs, aren't you getting it all wrong? After commending and lauding me, you should be rewarding me and not asking for more things from me. Ha ha ha, you can't even take a joke. Sect leader has decided that these disciples can become the pillars of the sect in terms of quality and quantity. Hence, he will allocate half of the inner sect's resources for training these budding experts. In addition, you'll have elite spots as well, but it will depend on their strength to take as many as they can. I didn't expect the sect leader to move so fast, transferring resources now. The inner sect will be doomed soon. Luckily we came early, or we would have been buried with the inner sect. That's great. The elite labor office is on the right track and I'm one step closer to finishing my mission. When will the elite selection take place, sirs? In 2 days, so get ready. And you'll be joining it as well, kid, no discussion. We have our sights on you and you can't escape. But I'm just a laborer. What's wrong with that? Look around you, they're all laborers. With so many promising inner and outer disciples coming here, not letting laborers enter the elite area is tantamount to suicide. I bet the sect leader will call a meeting of elders in a couple of days to talk it over. With so many venerables and even more to come, this decision is as good as made. Boy, you've done a great job, getting to change the sect's rule. This has hardly ever happened in the sect's thousands of years of history. It's a great achievement. That's great. Steward Jwa. Steward Jwa. Steward Jwa. Steward Jwa. Achievement. A great. Oh, they're just puppets in front of the stage, and the fate is still in the hands of those above them. In the past, this would have been unbearable. I'm the demonic emperor. How could I be a pawn? But now. It doesn't matter. I don't care about any of this. I'm like an outsider. I can advance or retreat as I please, and I will no longer be at the mercy of the situation. The feeling is venerable. Bye. I'll leave the rest to you. Steward Jwa, don't worry. We are now elders of the labor office. We will do our very best. Now that I have capable managers around, I don't need to worry about this place anymore. Freedom. There's still 2 years until the next Azura Circle. Work hard and you can enter the elite labor office, freeing yourself from such an agonizing fate. Elder Yuan's wisdom is boundless, reaching a state of calmness and transcendence. I thought that with me behind him, this old man would be a bit arrogant. Yet reality shows otherwise. All that power did not get to his head, he was only becoming kinder and more nurturing. Anywho, the heart is what it all came down to, for experiencing the world and all its nuances. Yun Xuanji was right. The ex-demonic emperor had a stale life, filled with fighting and killing and comprehending the demonic way. He rarely experienced the various situations in the world and understood the true meaning of the demonic way. Although I don't know who you really are, looking at what you have done along the way, these are not the immature tricks of a young boy, they must be the rebirth of a master. If this is true, if a master can start over again, he must have encountered a certain death. Upon finding the 9 Serenity's secret records, I thought my chance had come. But now that I think about it, this rebirth seems to be my real chance. Heaven offered me a second chance at walking the demonic path, in a more profound and intricate way. Steward Jwa. Why are you back here? Elder Yuan. I am on the verge of a breakthrough. Could you tell me of a quiet place with no interferences? Weren't you advancing like it was nothing so far? Why are you so serious this time? I can feel that this time will make me sore. I must get ready lest I come to regret it for as long as I live. What? In that case, we can't have you disturbed. That is a warning coming from your heart that this breakthrough will be extraordinary. But it's such an important matter. Why are you so calm then? Even I am worried sick for you. Ha ha ha, no matter how crucial it is, be it success or failure, I can only do my best. Worry will only drag me down. Just doing my best, to glean into heaven and follow my heart. His heart has reached the bloss level. With such a heart, no demon will corrupt him. This is good, but the warning from the heart will pose some trouble. He should be fine. Steward Zhua, you've come to the right person. Having been in the demon scheming sect for so long, I know many secluded areas. Come with me. Steward Zhua, this is the most remote and isolated place. No one will ever bother you here. But it's hardly far. Did someone else cultivate here? Yeah, but he has long since sacrificed himself for the sect. It is the same alchemist I worked under. He likes peace and quiet, so he made a cave here to cultivate away from the ruckus of the sect. Best thing is that no one knows about this place. Why is everything so clean then? Someone lives here. How can that be? I've only kept it clean, for the memory of our times working together. You can break through in peace here. Come on now, don't you trust me? It can't get any safer than this. You stay here while I activate the defensive array and no one will disturb you. What if the owner comes back? I must get to the bottom of this before I can stay here. This is the soul array set up by an ethereal stage expert. What's going on? Are they trying to trap me here? Steward Zhua, make yourself comfortable and focus on breaking through. No one will bother you, or do you still doubt me? This old man is suddenly so reliable. Forget it, I can't break through the array anyway. What man proposes, God disposes. Elder Yuan, I sure hope you are worthy of my trust. You stay here and make sure the kid's not disturbed. Not even by the sect leader. Isn't that Impermanence 5's vicissitudes barrier. High Venerable. In seclusion. It's a real treasure. Without any pills, I went from the 8th layer of profound heaven stage to the radiant stage. Kuanping was right about one thing, azure flame is the best in refining the soul. It hurts. My head is going to explode. I'm already at the peak of radiant stage. I can't go any higher. It's not just about soul transformation. A radiant stage has the soul of an ethereal stage. If this were to be rumored, no one would believe it. There's still those 9 earth dragon souls. I wanted the 10th to give the 10 dragons opening the heavens a try and see what's the deal with heaven dragon soul, but these 9 beasts can't be suppressed anymore. Since I'm stuck with an earth dragon soul, might as well do it right. This is Dragon's Aura. The dragon-slaying crescent blade was given to me by Marshal Dugu when I was on my first expedition. I considered it my greatest pride in life. The 10th dragon soul is actually here. Talk about being a lucky stiff, heaven's on my side. Marshal Dugu, you have my utmost gratitude for helping me even beyond the grave. Dragon power of the heavens, form the heavenly dragon, bow to me and turn into the heaven dragon soul. Dragon souls converge, 10 dragons opening the heavens. Humph, a human dares to draw on my dragon tomb's dragon power. It would rather devour you than let you form the dragon soul. Master, there are oddities among humans as well. Exalted double dragon did form the heaven dragon soul after all. Those in this world that can actually take my dragon power can be counted on one hand. Humans never know their limits. You say exalted double dragon formed a heaven dragon soul, but do you know how many countless others have tried and failed? Forming one of my dragon souls is a human's gamble with his life on the line. If it weren't for me being trapped here, you wouldn't even have that. Yes, Master, but since it's so dangerous, do I have to go through it as well? Spare me with your excuses, since you've caught my eye, of course you'll succeed. Or do you compare yourself to those village idiots? Only with my help will you ever succeed. Master, I'd never go against your will. I don't want the Master to burn me alive. You better have at least that much bravery, or even if you flee to the sacred domain, I'll even risk being found out to tear you piece by piece. Now, are the 10 earthworms ready? Master, they're earth dragon souls. They're nothing but earthworms to me. All right. As you say. The High Venerable must have reached a crucial step. He has entered seclusion. Ha ha ha, no matter what fancy method High Venerable is using, the least of all it'll keep him busy and out of my hair. Very good, ha ha ha. Just what on earth happened to damage you so much? Who knows what that kid is cooking in there? It made the whole world tear and shake. Even we can't take it anymore. We can't keep holding the vicissitudes barrier for too long. There's no way this is the kid's power. Just what crazy stunt is being pulled in there? Why, you mean to tell me he's forming the Heaven Dragon Soul? Is this the 10 dragons opening the heavens? That's impossible. He went in as a profound heaven cultivator. The most this advancement will take him is the radiant stage. Ethereal stage is too far away to condense his soul. I don't know, but it's following the legend of the 10 dragons opening the heavens. The next step should be the prismatic glow and the descent of the dragon soul. Impermanence 5, we must stabilize the barrier and hide it. Crouching Dragon Seal Earth Dragon Soul. What, it's over. It doesn't seem to be a big deal. At best, it should buy me 3 days in which the old man's recouping. Better make the most of it. The kid's actually forming a heaven dragon soul. Nanana, genius I tell you. He's the second one in the western lands to form his soul so early. Our demon scheming sect finally has such a genius, ha ha ha. Heaven is with our sect. Being his guards was totally worth it. So this is the reason behind the heart warning, to condense the soul. Then again, with his soul power going beyond common sense, all that was left was forming it. As a genius, he can't walk the common path. But the kid sure is paranoid. Saying he has only 9 dragon souls when he had 10, ha ha ha. I was playing the lackey for nothing. 10 dragons opening the heavens is only the beginning. The crux is forming the heaven dragon soul. The dragon power from the 9th heaven is not something anyone can withstand. Relax, the kid'll be fine. His cultivation and heart are at peak. He will succeed, ha ha ha. Venerable Sure, what is it this time? Speak, what grave matter has happened? Sect leader, I propose the dissolution of the elite labor office. It's against regulations. A laborer must do what he's entitled to. With the inner and outer disciples going there, it is totally inappropriate. A demonic sect holds strength supreme. For all the disciples to run to the labor office, it only goes to show how weak the inner sect is. Shouldn't it be the inner sect getting dissolved instead? Ha ha ha. Well said. Alone and weak, all I could do was put up a tough front before these old-timers. Now, I'm finally able to argue with them. This feeling of truly holding power. Comfortable. Sect leader, inner sect is the core of the sect. It has always been this way. Weakening it will weaken the sect. By siding with the labor office, Sect leader neglects his duty and threatens our foundation by paying an impossible price. Ha ha ha, venerable